What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, Piers Morgan did another interview with Andrew Tate after about a year. Now, this video is going viral, of course, on Twitter, on YouTube, and I just stumbled across this clip from Sky News Australia. Now, obviously, I'm not going to react to, like, the whole hour-long interview. I mean, I could do that on stream, but that could get kind of boring. I don't know. You guys should just go watch it on your own. It's kind of a long video to react to. But I will, however, react to this clip. Now, I just want to first point out the title. Don't be so ridiculous. Piers Morgan unleashes on Andrew Tate. You could already tell the biased title. Now, look at this ratio here. Okay, 6,000 views, 127 likes. I've gotten 127 likes with, like, 500 views before. This video has 6,000 views. So, too bad YouTube now hides the dislike counter, but I'm sure it's pretty high just based on this kind of biased title right here. But I don't know. We shouldn't dive too deep into the comments. Let's just take a look at this. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, all that good stuff. God bless you guys. Let's hop into this video.
So here's my question. Are you a fantasist?
I'm not a fantasist.
Do you have a persona that's just not you?
Of course not. I am me.
Well, if you are you, why would you repeatedly call yourself a pimp? And then...
Already getting into those very deep philosophical questions. You could tell just by that, and I watched a bit of this interview earlier. You could tell he's trying to make Tate question who he is a little bit.
Now say you've never been a pimp.
I exaggerated on the internet 9 years ago for comedic effect. I'd walk into a nightclub and there'd be girls at my table, like every other man who walks into a nightclub, and I'd say, pimpin'. Oh no, put me in jail. 93 days was not enough with the cockroaches. I should go back. This is a matrix attack, Piers. Every single person, every single man out there has done things worse than I've done. In fact, I will argue, if you put 99.9% of men through the level of scrutiny I've been through by multiple federal agencies, you will find a lot worse.
Everybody's got skeletons in their closet. I mean, let's be real. Yeah, if you heavily investigated 99% of people, you'd find some pretty bad things. I'm not saying that to say Andrew Tate's innocent. I'm just saying, like, you could probably find a lot of shit on a lot of people.
Than him saying he was a pimp on the internet 9 years ago. You will find actual genuine crime. And I've done nothing. I live true to God. This is all garbage and it's not real.
I want to be clear to you, I'm not preempting your guilt. I've come here with a completely open mind. You've been charged with serious offences, but I am not going to judge you because I'm not a judge and this is not a courtroom, right? But it's interesting to me that one of the biggest charges against you is that you're a misogynist. And you've always said, I'm not a misogynist. And then the last time I interviewed you, you said, well, I may have said some things that, may have been misconstrued. But even in the last week, you've tweeted some stuff, which I'm not even sure if you're aware as you tweet this stuff, how it sounds.
Read it.
Okay, let's read. This is quite a long one.
Sure.
But I think it's important to read it to get a sense of how you view women.
Absolutely.
Any woman I date does not have a job. Okay, so the woman you're with doesn't have a job?
No.
Okay. Do you date other women?
Sometimes.
And your partner's fine with that?
Obviously.
Yeah? And you're fine with that?
Why wouldn't I be?
Well, you think it's fine to be dating other women when you have a mother?
I think we're consenting adults and everybody can make their own personal decisions.
Okay, fair enough. Why would I be working so hard, you say, to have hundreds of millions for my woman to waste her life in slaved pennies? No.
Yo, that's actually facts, though. Like, what? Of course you're going to take care of your woman. Of course, if you're rich, you're not going to make your girl go out and work. This is called just taking care of your girl. I mean,
life you can never ever afford. Private jets,
not that
controversial.
controversial.
New cars,
she could work if
money.
She wants to, but she doesn't have to. Like, if I'm loaded, I'm obviously going to take care of her. Now, of course, if she wants to go and work, like she wants something to do, whatnot, that's fine. But of course I'm going to support her. Like, what?
In diamonds. You'll be rich because you're praying for me every day and protecting my spirit. I work in the physical world, she works in the spirit realm. Women shouldn't have to work because being a good partner is a full-time job for a woman. She has to look good. All the beauty treatments are time intensive. Not about money, it takes a lot of time.
So far, I'm sorry to pause so much. I know you guys get pissed sometimes when I do this, but so far I see nothing wrong in this tweet.
She has to train every day and stay in fantastic shape. Shop to look amazing next to me. I know there are some men who do 100 times more than this on a daily basis, but women are not as organized as men, and achieving anything significant causes them huge amounts of stress.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
They need to have huge sections of their day empty to waste, or they will have a mental breakdown.
Okay,
And
that's
do you
kinda
want a
funny.
woman who's stressed and angry after the commute, unshaven and exhausted? Or do you want a Barbie doll who's always smiling and saying thank you because she did her nails and bought you Prada that day? As a man, unless you're a loser, you're already filthy rich, right? You can get endless sex anyway. Girls are easy. So what can a girl give you? Happiness, vibes, always smiling. Take the edge off a stressful life. Can she always be happy if she's been working all day? No. Just to wake up at 11, gym till 1, one appointment and some shopping. Dressed beautiful by 7 p.m. for you to finish working and tell you how strong you are. No matter how pissed off you are, just to always be laughing and smiling and writing little notes about how you're perfect. And just to be playful and funny. She can't do that if she has a job. So your job is being my girlfriend, and now you're a millionaire. Congratulations. Behave and aim for the promotion to wife. The reason I read all that in detail was, I don't think you understand quite how that comes over, because I think that is the purest definition of misogyny I've probably ever read.
Well, I don't think you understand. One, especially when I'm talking about the fact that women can't handle what men can do, etc. One, it's slightly sarcastic. There's a sarcastic tone.
So do you mean any of this?
No, I mean it.
Well, which
but it's
bit?
slightly sarcastic.
Well, sarcasm
for
means,
comedic effect.
sarcasm means you don't mean it.
No, I mean it. But it's slightly
Well, you
sarcastic.
either mean it or you don't. It's either sarcastic or it's not.
I think a man should provide for a woman financially, completely and utterly. If she wants to work, if my partner were to say to me right now, I really feel like getting a job, it would make me happy, then I'll say work.
Yeah, so
but she
that's
doesn't
what I
have
said.
to. Her job is looking after the children, looking after me, and being as happy as possible. If you think I'm a bad person for saying, if you actually read that, read the subtext and context.
I read it
I'm
all
saying,
out.
Okay, good. Then you'll understand what I'm saying.
You know
is-
I did. You heard it.
Absolutely. So what I am saying is, I am a man, my life is stressful, my life is pain. I go to jail, I suffer, I have to deal with making money. I have constant endless headache. I do all of that so I can give you everything, but then I get to have you. Your job is to be happy. I want you to smile. I want you to look your best and feel your best all of the time. If I am a misogynist for saying that I go through so much pain so that we can be financially secure, so I hope the woman I care about does not have to work a job. If that makes
Loki, no, I see what he's saying here, for sure.
me a bad person, then
I
so
don't
be it.
really think there's anything inherently wrong either with what he's saying. Now, I'm not like a huge Andrew Tate fanboy. Of course, I've had Sneeko on the show. Sneeko and Andrew Tate are pretty close friends. I have connections with people who know Tate. There's people I'm looking at getting on this podcast who are friends with Tate as well. But that doesn't mean that like I'm a huge Tate fanboy. Of course, I like some of the stuff he says. I dislike some of the stuff he says. But I don't really see anything wrong here. Piers is really trying to have like a gotcha moment, but like he's not really coming up with much.
Because all I'm saying is I want to take care of her in every single realm. I take care of her physical safety. I take care of her financial security. That is my job as a man. And if more men acted like me, you will see that the world would be a happier and better place. The women who say, I really want to work, I want a career, that's their prerogative and their decision. They're allowed to do that. But also, often the reason they do that is because they can't find a man they trust to take care of them.
No.
I've had this from women in their own
Andrew,
mouths.
he's
If I
mad.
found a man
He's
who was
obsessed.
financially secure and as smart as you, I wouldn't be doing this
Fine.
garbage job either. Why was I psyoped into working to pay taxes when I should be at home having children with a man I adore?
Andrew,
It's a psyop.
Andrew, there are so many women that will listen to that and be laughing and mocking you.
Will there?
Say, don't be so ridiculous. I have a job that I love. Maybe they're being paid even more than their man, right? The real world isn't the one that you categorize.
The real world is varied and nuanced.
Welcome to the
But
real
I am
world.
talking about my life experience.
There's
and
a
in my
very-
experience, any woman I love
Fine.
does not have to work unless she decides to.
Fine, you're the boss, you're in charge, her job is to make you happy, her job is to make herself look good, her job is to work out for your benefit, blah, 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 blah. It is actually just misogyny.
Do you think a woman looking
it's
good?
also-
Do you think a woman looking good and working out has no benefit at all to her?
Of course it does.
Okay, so it's not for my benefit, then is it?
No, but you see, but when you, no, but when you talk
stand
about
corrected,
young,
sir.
no, I don't. When you talk about young men and you tell them to work out and take care of themselves, I cheer you on, right? I want that. I've got 3 sons. I want them to feel that. Well,
Don't you
get-
want them to become very rich and successful and have a
course.
woman who relies on them and have a beautiful family?
No, but I don't want a woman who's subservient to them.
Why is subservience? Why is a woman
Literally, the
relying?
tone of the tweet I read is subservience. You did another tweet this week. Men love by telling you what to do and not allowing you to make stupid decisions. We save you from the female inclination to make stupid choices. If a man isn't giving you instructions, he doesn't love you. If you won't listen to a man's instructions, you don't love him. The whole language is so ridiculous.
Let me change the language then.
Well, you tweeted this to
Absolutely.
8.2 million people.
Correct. So let me say this. A father loves. Let's say instead of a man loves, say a father loves. A father loves disciplinarian. That's how a father will love you. A mother will say, oh, I hope you're happy, hope you're doing okay. But a father will come along and say, no, don't do this. You must do it that way. That's incorrect. It has to be this way. A father will discipline you because a father feels he knows best for you. It's the masculine essence of love. When a man loves, he cares via degree.
There is a massive difference between a relationship between a father and a child and between a man and a woman in a relationship.
Completely.
And I'm not sure you quite get
No,
that.
there is a difference. But I would argue, Piers, I would argue in the happiest relationships, it's a traditionally masculine role in which the man plays and provides. The female is traditionally feminine. The man is the head of the house. Not in an abusive way, doesn't beat her up. I'm talking about the man being the head of the household, like I would like to believe you're the head of your household. And he comes along and says what happens and what doesn't happen.
Yeah, listen, it's all good macho stuff, okay? And I know lots of young boys who listen to this and go, wow, that's how I should be. Then I read the detail of your tweets. And again, come back to this. We save women from their female inclination to make stupid choices.
Females are emotional.
If a man isn't giving you instructions...
Now, females are emotional.
Hang on.
Piers,
He doesn't love you.
Females are emotional.
All this stuff is designed to...
Whoa.
Exactly as you've just started.
Andrew Tate just let Piers talk over him. That's kind of crazy. Old Andrew Tate would have totally just like kept talking and just like not cared that Pierre was trying to talk over him. I don't know. I feel like Andrew Tate has been worn down a little bit from this. Like, we're not seeing the same savage Tate that we used to see when he blew up. He's a lot more toned down now. I don't know if the whole thing like lowered his testosterone a little bit or what, but obviously like we still enjoy listening to him, but I don't know, he doesn't have that same like that he used to.
Articulated is designed to make young
If that makes
men
any sense.
feel that the only way they can be successful in life is to effectively have their women under control, give them instructions that
By buying them
that they
product.
have to obey.
Don't buy women Prada, you'll end up in jail.
You can buy them Prada, but let me finish my point. My point is that it seems to me, from reading your tweets, even now, that you have a blind spot when it comes to how they sound. It may be that the legal problems that you're in, which might be extremely serious, and we'll see when the trial happens, but it may be that in your head, nothing you've done is remotely inappropriate, because actually in your tweets you can see there's an element there of wanting coercion and control. You want to control women. You want them to be effectively your servants, slaves, for want of a better phrase.
Slaves who get Prada and get to work.
I feel like it all just depends on like who's reading the tweet and how they're interpreting it. I mean, I see stuff like this and I interpret it a little bit different. I don't think he's trying to say that women should be slaves, because I disagree with that, and I wouldn't follow him on Twitter if he said that and if I thought he was saying that. I don't know.
Out in the gym and get to look good.
But you understand,
I do actual
But you understand
work.
the point I'm making?
No, I don't. Because
Which is that in your head, the line is blurred so much now with this macho rhetoric that you've actually lost track of how this sounds.
Piers, all of the things
Even when I read that stuff to you, I could see you looking at me, and you said, your answer is, I was being sarcastic.
No.
And I said, well, where? And then you go, well, no, I meant it. Well, it can't be both.
I meant it, and I said
You
it
either
had a
mean
sarcastic
it,
tone
you either
for
mean
comedic
it,
effect.
or it's, well, no, because sarcasm means you don't mean it.
Piers, all the things you've just described.
Do you accept that?
No,
You're a smart guy. You know what sarcasm means, right?
Absolutely. I said it has a sarcastic tone for comedic effect.
All right, so Fresh and Fit podcast. All right, everybody. So thank you for watching. I appreciate that. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this little reaction to the Piers Morgan versus Andrew Tate interview by a 16-year-old independent YouTuber looking to prosper on this platform and provide content and value to his viewers. That was my best Tate impression. God bless you guys. Take care. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.